Wow, so many people here tonight. Priscilla, good to see you. Babsi, Chantel,
Amazing.
Amanda. Hey, is that Rahma? Good to see you. It's so amazing to have our Gift of Legacy family on here tonight.
There we go.
Got it. So those of you who are here for the first time, please let us know. I mean, you know, we are a global community. At the same time, you can just let us know where you're dialing in from.
Absolutely.
Now,
Ah,
I'll play that song for a reason, Happy People. It's because, you know, the people that I've met this week, part of Gift of Legacy, they all seem to be happy, you know, and, you know, that's the type of community I want to be part of.
Yep, absolutely. It's so good. How many we've already? Yeah, everyone's busy hopping on. Zambia. Where are these Brits? Centurion. Thanks, Nadine. Namibia, Germany, North Carolina, Johannesburg. Everyone is hopping on.
And where are you dialing from, Angela? Where are you dialing from?
We like to call it Stunning Hill. Stunning Hill, Johannesburg.
Johannesburg.
Stunning Hill, Johannesburg. And you're down the road from me, aren't you?
I'm just down the road in Douglasdale, 4 ways, yeah, just down the road.
Awesome. George, you got your hand up. Let me ask to unmute. Hi, George.
Hello. We had on the call the other night from the Spanish call, we had Chile, Uruguay, Peru, Argentina, New York, Latino people in New York, and a load of other countries. Excuse me, I've got to take this call, but
Thanks,
it's amazing. I've been smiling all day long and people really get it.
Thank you.
George, that's a true global community. I mean, on a Spanish call, you have people from all over the world. On the South African call, we have people from all over the world. You know, on our Afrikaans call, funny enough, we have people from all over the world as well. It's crazy that, you know, you get people that jump on the call to support, you know, the community. And, you know, I'm looking at Babsi, you know, nodding her head. You know, Babsi is on that call, and she knows the support that we get from all over the world. Here you go, Babsi. Wilma and Quabus, it's so good to have you on the call with us again. So we're on 111. How about that? We're on 111. Okay, now it's 112.
Can I tell you a funny story? You get to know your community so well. We hang out with each other so often. And Babsi, you know how often we speak to Babsi on any of the groups. And I was hosting a town hall for a company that I contract to the other day. And there was someone on this call called Betsy. And I had to give her a full recognition. And because I'm so used to speaking to Babsi in front of 60 people, I kept calling this woman Babsi. So, you know, one of the cons of hanging out with this community for so long. Babsi, at least you know you're always on my mind.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, you know, for those of you who don't know, that beautiful lady that I get to share the stage with tonight, her name is Angela. She's a true superstar, for those of you who don't know. She's a very good friend of mine. I met her through this amazing community. You know, we get to meet people from all walks of life. You know, Angela and I have some funny laughs about our upbringing and stuff like that. But that is what happened in this community. We have come together from all walks of life, you know, and I just want to say, Angela, it's a pleasure knowing you. So, you know, and it's a pleasure that I get to share this amazing opportunity that we have next to you, to all these wonderful people.
Oh, Reeks, thank you. The feeling is mutual. You cannot believe when you give that sacred yes, as we like to call it, when you become part of this community, you really don't know what the future holds, because anything is possible. And I mean, Reeks, we both joined last year in January, February time. And I mean, then our groups were kind of going in their own paths, and I
Uh-huh.
could never have guessed ever that, one leadership conference in Kwaggasfontein, and you would become one of my favorite humans. And not only just as a human, you and Alyssa, but also your integrity, and how even those of us who have been around for a long time continue to learn from you, the way that you approach Gift of Legacy, and just your passion and your heart and your integrity. So thank you for all that you be. I'm so, so grateful for you. So should we share with people what this beautiful...
Yeah, let's do it. We want to let you all know. We want to let you all know that we appreciate you. We appreciate your time. I know, what is it? Today's a Tuesday. You could be anywhere, but you chose to spend this time with Angela and I. We appreciate you. We value your time. And we ask that you could just give us 30 minutes. And after that 30 minutes, we have two amazing human beings that will jump on this call. And they're going to share their journey with you. We like to call it testimony time. And so let's do this, Angela. Let's do it.
Okay. I'm going to just turn the chat off for now, just so that we don't have any interruptions for those people who are here for the first time. And I'm going to share my screen, and so excited to share this with you. Here we go. I'm driving, Reeves. Reeves lets me drive. He's that kind of guy.
Yeah, let's do it. I know you're a control freak, Ange.
Can't help it. All righty, over to you, Reeves.
There we go. How amazing is that picture, guys? Gift of Legacy. I mean, most of you know that I love to share this gift of legacy, especially the word legacy. The word legacy means so much to me, and means so much to so many people, because we all want to leave a legacy. We all want to leave a legacy for our kids, for our family. And we always link the word legacy to money. But here at Gift of Legacy, it's more than just money. I love to say it's to love, live, give, and inspire. And that is what we want to do. I'm sure we have all experienced in the past 2.5 years how we need to come together as a community. If we do not come together as a community, we are going to suffer. And we saw that, and we've seen it over the past 2 years. So I just want to say to you that Gift of Legacy, okay, it's more than what you've heard. It's more than just a community. It's a gifting activity created in abundance. Now, if you are on this call, I know that you've been invited by someone that cares a hell of a lot about you, or a heaven a lot about you, because they chose to bring you onto this call. They care about you, and they value you because they want to share this amazing experience with you. So welcome to this call. And let's hope that we can share information that resonates with you. Just a little introduction. So Gift of Legacy is a gifting activity with an incredible algorithm. Most of you in Gift of Legacy have seen that. The algorithm has been built in so that everyone can ride on the boards of abundance, okay? You learn all about a well-kept secret. It's no longer a secret because everybody is talking about it, okay? It has changed millions of lives worldwide, this gifting community and this sacred economy. Are you ready? So let's go. So a little disclaimer. This presentation is for information sharing purposes only and is not to be construed as financial advice. Neither the presenters, neither myself, Ange, Candace, Chris, Petra, Tim, Valissa, Chrissy, none of us are financial or tax advisors, okay? The information given is only intended to give examples of what a participant may expect. Now, even if you are a financial advisor, we are not giving financial advice here. So I'm sure you're asking now, this is all, I love these pictures, they're beautiful, but who is this for? Now, I believe it's for everybody, and I'll tell you why. If you believe in the principle of sowing and reaping, it's something we do each and every day. Do you believe and give, and you shall receive? Do you enjoy blessing someone? Now, I love this, blessing someone that you don't even know. And here's a beautiful one. do you want to take control over your life? I think it's beautiful, but it's also serious, because each and every one of us, we know how it feels, to wake up early, to get stuck in traffic, to have people tell you when to do something and what to do. Do you want to take control of your life? And also, do you enjoy helping others succeed? Someone told me one day, if you want to succeed, help someone else succeed. And to me, that is sowing and reaping as well. So if you said or answered yes to any of the above, we're ready to get started with the rest of this presentation. I'm loving the colors. I'm loving the colors there, Angela. It's a global activity, a perpetual gifting economy, uplifting communities and yourself, creating abundance and self-development together. I'm sure you're probably asking now, self-development? Why? Because we believe that breakthrough is a door that can only be opened from the inside. So we like to focus on the inside. And what starts to happen then? You change, you have a mind shift, and you start to see things on the outside because you changed on the inside. Sacred economics. Okay, it's a financial gifting has been used around the world for centuries and successfully for over 700,000 participants in Gift of Legacy's precursor platform since 2009. And I have met someone that's been part of gifting for 30 years. 30 years, so they come with so much experience. And I had the honor of meeting that person and just speaking to them about their amazing journey within this sacred economics. Now in Africa, it's what we call the Ubuntu culture. It's communities helping each other, and it traces back to the history of money from ancient gifting economies. It's 100% legal, and it's off the mainstream system for decades. Bless millions. As I said, that's something that we want to do. We want to help people, and I'm sure you love to do that. You want to help people that you don't even know, okay? You want to share wealth into the hands of many. Now, millions of dollars get shared globally among people annually, monthly, weekly, and even daily. And from the day we launched, I'm sure a lot of you are testament to that. You've been receiving gifts and you've been giving gifts. How amazing is that you get to give hope, we get to give education as well, and blessing people into abundance globally. It's decentralized. There's no company, institution, or broker or a trader. There is no company, and I love the sound of that, and I'll go deeper into that. It's just an interactive website managing the movements of the boards in the gifting community. All you need is a computer, smartphone, internet connection. WhatsApp and Telegram is essential because that's how we communicate within the community. Peer-to-peer. Now, when I joined this gifting community a year ago, what stood out for me, one of the things that stood out for me is peer-to-peer. I actually make fun of it. I say, if it's not peer-to-peer, I don't want to hear, because I want to do things that I am interacting with my fellow man, with the community, and that's why it stood out for me. It's person to person. Gifts get paid directly to you in your account. No third party controlling any money. No tokens on a platform, and it's 100% risk-free. Now, this is a word you're going to see, perpetual. It means ongoing, non-stop, passive. Perpetual gifting and receiving over and over and over for generations to come. That's why I mentioned what I did when I said the word legacy. We're looking at generations to come. Gift of Legacy, as I mentioned earlier, is more than just a gifting activity. Okay, we help each other grow. Remember, I mentioned personal development. So we help each other grow and succeed while supporting each other and uplifting one another. So as we go along, and Angela is going to show you, what your journey will look like. On this journey, you get to gift from your heart. You get to share the love. You get to guide a team that you start to grow, and you become a legend. And how beautiful is this? You get to build your legacy. We are a community with the same goal. And I'm sure you're asking, so Reags, what is that goal? It's that we want to change lives for the better together.
Yes. Yes, yes, and yes.
And now I'm going to hand it over to you, Angela. Take us through this amazing journey.
So, thank you, Reags, for summing that up. And it's I said to Cans today, we've been in this community for a year already, and certainly, we're so used to talking about gift of legacy, and we really understand gift of legacy. But I said to her today, like, we need to kind of put ourselves back in the shoes of someone who's never heard of gifting or gifting communities before. And I remember when I joined, I had no conception of this. I had never heard of it before. I didn't realize that this has been going on forever. And so it took me a little bit of time to get my head around what this was. For other people, they see it for the first time and they're like, oh, got it. That's amazing. But I think the thing that I love that you emphasized is that we are gifting person to person. And so as I take you through these boards and show how the algorithm works and how this beautiful system facilitates our gifting, because that's all it does, you will see that we don't pay an admin fee to be part of Gift of Legacy. You don't pay a platform fee. You don't, there's no hidden costs. At no point in time, as you move through the 4 boards, is there suddenly going to be a pop-up that says, now you've reached this level, you're going to need to gift something else or do something else. What we share with you is it in its totality. So to join our beautiful community, to gift into Gift of Legacy, you bring $100 and you gift that directly to another person. This is the one and only time you can ever take money out of your own pocket. Why? Because as you advance through, you will use the gifts that you receive to help yourself to advance. And I'm going to show you how that happens. Totally peer-to-peer. 100% of your gifts are paid directly to another person. So when you join with your $100 and you come onto a bronze board, which I'm about to show you for the first time, you'll get hold of the legend on that board who's now in the receiving position and who's only, that's just 3 lines up from you. So it's not, it's not a huge, big way to get to legend. You'll contact the legend and you'll say, hello, Reags or Reagan, I'm Angela. I'm the gifter on your $100 board or your bronze board. Where would you like to receive your gift? And Reagan will come back and say, I've got Wise, have you got World Remit, Revolut, depending on which country you're on. You can do a bank transfer. Do you, have any crypto? Whatever that might be, between you and the other human that you are interacting with, the person whose life you're gifting into, you will come to an agreement on how, where your gift goes. They might say, please drop that in my grandmother's bank account. Please send it to this animal charity. There is no middleman. There is no third party involved ever. So I really want you, as we go along, just to keep that in mind. This is a gifting community. That is what we are, and it is as simple as that. The algorithm, as I take you through, I'm going to show you, you're going to be represented by a little orange dot, and we'll show you how you join the board, you gift the legend, you share this gift of legacy with like-minded people who you want to definitely help to do the same. And I'll show you the 4 boards, the 100, 400, 1,000, 600, and 5,000 board. I'm going to show you your journey as a gifter into a builder, into a guide, into the legend position on all 4 of the boards. And you'll see how as you go through the boards the first time, you will receive $42,700 US. Yes, you are hearing correctly. You bring $100 and you certainly by the time you've gone through the perpetual boards and you're receiving $49,700 every time, you are actually, that represents a 501% return on the gift that you originally put in. That is a mathematical certainty. This isn't a if you do X, Y, and Z situation. If you gift $100 and you bring 2 people who do the same, that is a mathematical certainty. So let's have a look at what that looks like. And we are certainly having the ride and the time of our lives. That's why we show up here every single night over and over again to contribute to this beautiful community. Okay, we're going to show you this journey through the boards. Let's start with the bronze board. What I'm going to do is just unpack how it works in a little bit of detail on the bronze board. Then I'm going to show you through the silver, gold, and the platinum with a little bit of pace, but they all work exactly the same. The only place that there's any difference is here on this bronze board when you're building your community. But let's have a look at what this looks like. So bronze board, you gift into the community with $100. And when you exit the bronze board, you're going to exit with $800. Let's have a look at what that looks like. So you come onto the board. We're hoping at this point that the builder on your board, this is the best practice, the best way to move across the boards is that the builder would be inviting you and one other person to join the community. And when each of the builders on both sides of the boards does the same thing, the board is full. And at that point, the legend is going to accept all of these gifts and the board's going to split in half. So just have a look here. The legend is getting 8 gifts of $100 from all of the new gifters on the board. The board splits and you move from the gifter position up into the builder position. Now, these names are literally as they are. You come in as a gifter, you gift the legend on the board. Then once the board splits, you move up to builder. Now, this is the time after you've used the time as a gifter to learn about Gift of Legacy, to understand how the boards work, to start thinking about who you may want to invite. Now in the builder position is when you really want to add your 2 invitees to the board. You can do it anywhere in any of the positions, but this will be the prime spot to do it because then your 2 invitees will be popped down just beneath you. I just want to make a little side note here. This is not an MLM structure. The boards move around differently. We are a global community. And so there are various things that happen in the mix. These people are not going to sit directly under you necessarily throughout the boards. However, as we all meet up as a community and move around the system, they will always follow you at some point in time. So they're kind of always there with you, but please don't look at this as an MLM structure. That is not what this is. So you're going to build, you're going to invite your 2 people. The other builders on the board are going to do the same thing. All of these gifts are going to the legend on the board, not to anyone else. Every time you come in as a gifter, you gift the legend on the board. And when all 8 gifts are in, the legend is going to accept the gifts. The board's going to split in half. And now you move to the guide position. And I can tell you, after doing this on a number of boards, when you get to the guide position, it is super exciting. You feel, I don't know, for me, it feels like I'm at the races or something. It's like, you're just like on your marks, get set, go. We're almost legend. It's super, super fun because as a guide, you've probably put in a lot of work already. You've invited your 2 invitees and you're busy helping those invitees to bring their 2 gifters in for the first time. And you also want to support the legend on the board because what I'm showing you, of course, is the perfect storm. This is how it would happen in a perfect world. We are dealing with humans on this board. And so various things happen. Life happens. I remember when I invited Petra, who's one of our presenters, and she joined my board, the day she gifted the legend on the board, her fur child, which is really the love of her life, went off to doggy heaven, and it was mortifying. And for 2 weeks, she was in mourning. So the boards kept moving and we had to move on. And I just held space for Petra, as in, I couldn't go and say, okay, Petra, where are your people now? Where are they? She needed that time. So this is the perfect example of what happens. But please remember that life happens, and that's where the community aspect comes in, where we say, how can I support you? Can I maybe gift you someone? And then when you're ready, you can gift someone back to me. The $100 board, this bronze board, is the space where we build our communities, where we are kind, where we share, where we learn, we get to know each other, because this is a perpetual journey. We're going to be journeying together for a long time. I'm looking forward to growing old and wrinkly with you, Regs. Okay, so back to the board. You're in the guide spot, and you've helped your builders to bring in their 2, and all 8 gifters come in. Again, this legend is super excited accepts the last, confirms the last gift, the board spins off, and now you are in the legend position. How does it get better than that? Just 3 splits off and you're in the legend position, and now it is your turn to sit back, relax, enjoy as the gifters come in and they gift you personally. Every one of them contacts you personally and gifts directly into whatever your preference is. You work together on that. If they don't have one, you can try another. So always have more than one gifting possibility available. At this point, you're going to confirm the last gift, and now your journey really starts at the legend. You came in faithfully, you gifted your $100. You've brought your 2 invitees. Now it's your chance to advance to the next level and to move into the perpetual cycle, which I'm about to show you. So you received $800 total in gifts. And now you're going to do 2 things. One, because you don't want to use any more of your own money, you're going to use $400 of the gifts that you received to advance yourself as a gifter to the silver board. You're going to go in and gift the legend on the silver board again. And I'm emphasizing that for a reason. Now you're also going to hold back $100, and that's going to take you into what we call the perpetual cycle. All that means is you never have to advance again. You don't have to use $400 ever again on a bronze board to take yourself to the next level, because you've just done that. Now you're using 400 to advance and 100 to move into the perpetual cycle. Now, every time you cycle through, you're going to keep $700 instead of $300. As I said, because you don't need to use 400 of that anymore to advance. And this perpetual cycle is what keeps on going on and on and on to infinity and beyond. Now, we only launched Gift of Legacy on our new platform 3 weeks ago. I think it was yesterday. I've been through my bronze board cycles twice already. And can I tell you, it is the best fun ever. For those of you who are in the community and you're still working your way through the boards for the first time, it is super exciting. The difference between keeping $300 and then just keeping $700 every single time, because you're just going to use 100 to re-enter, is really, really fun. What that also shows you is you may go to the legend position, but no one stays there. This is not a pyramid scheme. You don't go to the top and stay there and everyone else earns less than you below, or, works tirelessly to try and get to that position. Every legend will return down to the gifter position when they go into the perpetual cycle, or anywhere on the board. We all get a chance to be a gifter, and we all get a chance to be a legend. And then we all get a chance to be a gifter and legend. And this is what happens perpetually. I don't know many CEOs or CFOs in companies who are happy to go back down to being on the entry level in a corporate structure and build their way all the way back up again. But that's what sets us apart. That is the beauty of a gifting community. Ubuntu, we're here to help each other. We all get our turn. So let's have a look. Now I'm going to take you with a bit more pace through the silver, gold, and platinum boards. The exact same thing happens every time. You gift, you move through builder, you move through guide, you move through legend. The only difference is you already brought your 2 people. You don't need to bring more people onto the silver or the gold or the platinum. Your work was done. However, you will find that this is so exciting, you will want to share with more people. So 2 is the minimum that you require. So on the silver board, it starts getting super exciting. You've used $400 of your gifts. You've entered the board. When you exit the silver board, you enter with $3,200. Why? Because each 8 of these gifters is each gifting you $400. Bronze board, they gifted you $100. Silver board, now everyone's gifting you $400. So what do you do with these gifts? Same as on the bronze. If it's your first time through, you're going to hold back $1,600 of your gifts to advance yourself to the gold board. That's because you're going to gift the legend on the gold board. And you're also going to keep $400 to move into that beautiful perpetual silver cycle to infinity and beyond. So you actually, on this first round, you keep $1,200 in your pocket. And the same thing, as I explained, happens here. On the perpetual cycle, you no longer need to, that shot through really quickly. You no longer need to advance yourself. So instead of keeping 1,200 every single time now, you will keep 2,800. I think it was, if I remember correctly. Yes, 2,800. Okay, and so then the same thing happens on the goal board. You enter with $1,600. You move through gifter, into builder, into guide, into legend. Now, just also keeping in mind the gifters on the gold and on the silver board are bronze board people, legends that are advancing. So they're coming off the bronze boards and they're moving up into these boards, okay? Just so that you understand where these gifters are coming from. On this gold board, you entered with $1,600, you gifted the legend on the board, and now you're exiting with $12,800. Each gifter is giving you $1,600. Same thing here. You're going to hold back this time, and this is as far as we go. You're going to hold back $5,000 from the gifts you received to enter the platinum cycle. And you're going to save $1,600 aside to move into the gold perpetual cycle. So first time round, you keep gifts in your pocket of $6,200. But every single time after that, once you're in the perpetual cycle, you're going to keep $11,200 US. Super exciting. Let's look at the platinum board. $5,000. And there are a number of people on this call who are busy receiving $5,000 gifts. These boards are open and moving. So this is not a sort of, what is it? It's not like the Loch Ness monster. it's a real thing, people. So you enter with $5,000. You're exiting with $40,000 because all 8 gifters are giving you $5,000 each. But this is already perpetual in its nature because you've already completed that round. You're just keeping $5,000 to re-enter. Over and over again, you get to keep $35,000 US in your pocket. Take your calculators out and do that calculation and see why we're smiling and happy to share this with you. So perpetual cycle there over and over again. Can you imagine what you would do if you had to get an extra $35,000 every however many months? I don't think that there's taxmen or anything like that around who will be able to do that for you. So this was the summary in the perpetual cycle. $100, you keep $700 every time. $400, you keep $2,800. $1,600, you keep $11,200. That $5,000 board, you keep $35,000. That there on the first round will equal $42,700 in gifts. And once you're in that perpetual cycle, $49,700, that's almost $50,000 every single time you rotate through all of those boards. How does it get better than that? And all you needed was $100 to gift the legend the first time round. And all you have to do, the minimum, is share it with 2 like-minded people. So what else is possible if you share this with more people? What else is possible? Reegs, will you take us through this next section, please?
Thank you so much for that, Angela. I mean, just looking at that, I mean, we get to present, every week, but every time I look at that, it gives me that sense of hope again, not only for me, but I get to share it with my family. I get to share it with my friends. I get to share it with people I don't even know. So let's have a look at this. For me, this is a very serious part. There's no secret to success. I believe there is a system to success or a guideline that you follow that leads to success. Let's have a look at this. In order to advance from the bronze board to the rest of the boards, you're required to invite 2 people to join. Okay. If you do not follow the guideline, you'll not be able to advance to the silver or the 400 board. You'll also not have access to the $100 perpetual board. And I'm sure you want to have access to that $100 or even the $400 or any perpetual board. I like to say that's your journey to passive residual income. Okay. To activate your perpetual board, you need to follow the guidelines. Okay. The guidelines that apply to the first cycle. When you become the legend on the board and the 8 gifters have been confirmed, you'll then be able to access your perpetual board. This allows you to become a gifter again on a board with the same value as the one you just finished. I love the sound of that. So I will always be a gifter. I will move all the way up to be a legend. And guess what? I become a gifter again. I move all the way up to become a legend. And this cycle can be repeated perpetually. Now, remember, you do not require more people once you advance. And the only money you ever took out of your pocket was your unconditional gift of $100 to the legend on your board. You're probably asking, but why gift of legacy? What makes gift of legacy unique? Okay, it is user-friendly. You'll have a unique personal profile, which is informative and easy to use, and everything you need to succeed will be at your fingertips. We've created training material. We have trainings. So it's all the information you need at your fingertips. There's also a fail-safe system. Gift of Legacy has various methods in its algorithm that keeps the boards moving, and no one gets left behind. That innovative algorithm I mentioned, it's a groundbreaking algorithm that takes care of the new participants while rewarding the existing participants. Cross-pollination. You saw when we got on this call, we have people from all over the world. Now imagine being placed on a board where you're chatting to people from Finland, from Switzerland, from the US. All Perpetual boards activate in a global pool with the entire Gift of Legacy community. Global community. Please be kind to one another. I mean, Angela mentioned that at the beginning. Please be kind. Have patience and understanding for cultural differences and methods of communication. Now, you're not limited to 2 invitees. Okay, you want to share this. I want to share this with as many people as I can. Each profile must have the minimum, though, of 2 invitees in order to progress through the boards. Although, as I said, there's no limit to the amount of people you can invite. Okay, the fast track system has been introduced. Okay, we have multiple strategies to assist you to move ahead. There's an in-depth training on one of our YouTube videos that Candace and Chris have done. The support bot. At the moment, we have, Chris loves to say it, the human support bot. We have an amazing group of volunteers, that get to support our community. Okay, it's available on your profile. Okay, that answers all the questions that you need. Let's have a look at this fast track system. Okay, so when you join Gift of Legacy, you invite your 2 family, friends, or whoever it is. And if you invite another 2, it unlocks your silver board. Now you have 4 confirmed invitees. Okay. Then, as I said, it unlocks your silver board and you get to fast track. But if you invite another 2, so gold unlocks when you have 6 confirmed invitees. And then you get to fast track. Some people like a drive-through breakthrough. They want things to happen like this, and we have given you that option. Now, remember, it's an option, okay? If you have another 2 confirmed invitees, there's that amazing platinum board. Then you get to fast track to the next board. Talk about drive-through breakthrough right there. But as I say, it's not compulsory, it's an option. Okay, and now you guys know I love to say this. I can take you to a gym anywhere in the world. You can be in Iraq. I can take you to a gym that has thousands of dollars worth of equipment, but I cannot guarantee that you're going to look like a bodybuilder. I cannot even guarantee that you will jump on the treadmill. Okay, so remember, success or failure of any participants in Gift of Legacy will depend on your willingness to help others and follow the ethical principles of Gift of Legacy. There are many leaders within our community, but there are 2 main leaders that I've built a relationship that I was speaking to today. And their work ethic, I've never seen such killer work ethic. And we believe what you put in is what you will get out. And I've seen how these people work. They want to help people all over the world. Okay, it remains an individual participant's responsibility to ensure compliance to the tax laws in your country. Gift of Legacy is a decentralized platform with no third-party affiliation whatsoever, no ownership or partnership. If you're joining Gift of Legacy via a third party or part of a package, you do so at your own risk. Gift of Legacy is 100% peer-to-peer. And that's what I love about it. That's what I love about it. I get to give directly into someone's bank account, into their wires or into crypto. Peer-to-peer, no funds ever get paid to a platform. All gifts are always given to Gift of Legacy participants and only gifted when you land on the Legends board.
Yes. Thanks for emphasizing that, Reeves, because there are many groups and people around who, you know, are also trying to find kind of shortcuts. A lot of people are really desperate in this time to make extra money. Yeah. So if someone offers you something and it's, you know, whatever that might look like, just keep in mind, there is no middleman. It's $100 and you join this board individually, okay? Always go back to the person who invited you first and chat to them. But yes, in the meantime, we've got amazing training. So we know when you come on, it's not a case of hop on and now you left to your own devices. We've got Zoom calls every single Monday to Friday at 8 o'clock. Last night was Chris and Cans. Tonight was Reeves and I think it's Petra and Tim tomorrow. And then I don't know if, actually, I don't know the schedule for the week, but there are 8 p.m. presentations where the whole community is on. There's Saturday morning trainings. There are Spanish calls that are, you know, as George was sharing earlier, just going like out of control global as well. The German calls, there's Asia Pacific calls. So we're really trying to finish Italian, Portuguese. There's so many calls happening. Some are smaller, some are bigger. So just make sure that you are on one of the 3 official groups that we have. The official community group, our official info group, because that unity group's got over like almost 9,000 people now. It gets a bit crazy. If you don't want to hear the chatter, you just want the information, go onto the official info group. And then please do not miss out on the Gift of Legacy Testimonials group, because that is where you're hearing the stories that will give you hope, will help you to dream, and the place that you can share with those people that you are inviting. So thank you so much for joining us. And if you want to know more, because it's a lot to take in, right? So you don't need to feel like you've got to leave this call and make a decision right this minute. Come back tomorrow night. You know, you might enjoy the style of the other presenters, because we've all got our own style. We've all got our own story, because as Reek says, we are not financial advisors. We're sharing this from our own personal experience. So other people are going to bring their piece to this. Come back and hear some more if you need more information. And join our Telegram groups, etc., etc. So now, speaking of testimonials, yay. We have been around, people are being gifted, and so now we are back in the space where we can start sharing these beautiful stories with you. Reeks, I think, would you like to introduce your guest first? I'm just going to put this on again. And I think it's Louis that we're pulling up.
Yeah, Louis, my brother, where are you?
Brother
now,
Louis.
The crazy part is I got to meet Louis in this community as well. You know, we live kilometers, hundreds of kilometers away from each other, but this community has brought us together. And now I can call him my brother. My brother, the floor is all yours. I mean, I know your story, and I'm sure people are going to be blown away by what you got to say.
And Louis is one of our Afrikaans presenters as well. It's the 6 p.m. calls, right? I forgot the Afrikaans calls out when I mentioned that. Sorry, Louis. Sorry, Babsy.
Oh, thank you so much. I must say, Reagan, Angela, wow, that was mind-blowing. We can all just learn, like you said, Angela, from our personal experience before. And I want to say that, first of all, I'm so excited to not only be part of Gift of Legacy, but all the friendship that we've developed over the last couple of months. It is amazing. You know, you can pick up the phone at any time, and any one of these people that are part of this community will gladly be at your assistance and help in any way, whether it's with your team, uplifting you, helping you, and we all need it. We all have our good days and our bad days. So, yeah, what did I do? What did I do in the predecessor platform we had, as well as now? And what I can say is, my why was big enough. We've all heard this before, but I must say, last year, exactly this time, I think it was the 1st of February, when I got a call from Sandy, I was on the way from Cape Town, fished my kiddies there after a nice extended holiday. And I was driving up, and I must be honest with you, I had just made my Pajero engine blew 2 weeks prior to that. And I thought to myself, what am I going to do for the new year? I mean, it's COVID time. I've got my brickyard standing. I've got nothing moving at the moment that I can really say I'm going to get this year going successfully. We all want to have a successful year. And Sandy made a call to me, and she believed in me. And she said, Louis, you know what? I know what you've been going through. I know what you can do, because I know your heart is big enough. And I said, Sandy, just from hearing what you're saying and believing in me, and that's what I want to just point out, believe. I believe in her, and that is a big point. Because if you can believe in your mentor or the person that is actually believing in you to come along and do the journey and ride with them, you will walk the step that you need. You will really go from heights to heights, you know. And all I can say is, I immediately, while I was driving from Cape Town, I said, sign me up, please. I don't have the fund now. I don't have the money, but please help me out, Sha. She said, no problem. I know you'll do this very quick, and you'll give it back to me when you're on top. Well, 2 days later, I was top of the board. That time I was called the senior, the legend. And within 5-6 days, I had moved to the next board. And I just said to myself, if I can do it now with this, what do I need to do? And this I want to tell to all the new people. What is different to what I did on the first board to the next 3 boards? Nothing. The only difference was I went back and I assisted my team, the people that believed in me, to follow me. And I just said, let us help you do exactly what I did. I know not much, but you know what? With the team that I have, the upline, the people, we are together. We all want to believe in what you can do. And together we started, and 2 became 4, and 4 became 6. And before you knew it, I don't know the figures, but I think it was over 2,000. So, you know what? We were in 5.5 months. We were right at the top. Chris, Angela, Jesse, all the people. It was amazing. And yeah, so the points I want to make out here, the first very most important point is be generous in what you do. Be prepared to be a servant leader, because without being a servant leader, how are you going to be prepared to every day or every week contact that person and be helpful to them? How are you going to assist them? Are you bringing them in just to boost you, or are you doing it because you really care about them? That's most important. The other thing I want to say is, and that was probably me as well, FOMO. We all know that, fear of missing out. Do you want to miss out? Do you want to be the last one and hear about it? Oh no, I came in too late. There's already 5,000 people, 10, 20,000 people. No. When you hear something, follow your dream. Follow in what that person said. Believe in that person and learn as you go. And yeah, and believe in what you speak about. It doesn't help I'm telling you about gifts of legacy. If I'm thinking, no, this isn't going to work. I have to believe, I have to understand it, and I've got to know, not the product, but physically the platform. So please do yourself a favor. Be on the Zooms, be on the training, learn of what you are promoting out there to other people, because if you can't promote something and understand it yourself, what are you speaking about? And then lastly, I must say, relationships is the most important part of what I managed to do and what all of us that successful here have managed to do. If you can't do one-on-ones with somebody and sit with that person at least just for 5 or 10 minutes and explain to them what can change their life, then you are not going to be successful. You are not going to put $100 in here and bring in your brother, sister, cousin, whatever, and expect to get the rewards that we have, or we all can have. So please do yourself a favor, build that relationship for the right reason, and carry on, continue doing the same over and over. Just do every day what you did the previous day or the previous week, and you will have success. Thank you so much, Reagan and Angela.
You're most welcome, brother. You know, whenever I hear your story, it touches me because, you know, I know it in depth. I know when you were driving you actually didn't have the funds to join, and someone believed in you. And now you speak about belief. You speak about when you take part in this community, if you want to be successful in everything, believe in what you do, just like people believed in you. Adrian, my brother, how are you doing, man?
Yeah, we
Good
so
night to yourself.
yeah.
I'm
So
good,
Adrian
I'm good.
and Regan have something in common. So I'm just going to let you guys
Yes,
loose.
we do. Yes, we do. It's good to see you safe there. I can see the Punisher on your chest. Yeah, no. Yeah, it's good, my brother. The floor is all yours, brother.
So Adrian is based in Iraq at the moment, and well, he's coming home tomorrow, right? For the first, for after a long while before he goes back again. And we've gotten to know Adrian through Gift of Legacy, and he's, other than building in the most beautiful way, what he is bringing to that community in Iraq is so special. So Adrian, over to you.
No, thanks for having me. So my journey, obviously, it's started a little bit differently compared to everybody else's stories. I was actually in South Sudan at the time when COVID happened, and I was stuck in a tent for 9 months. And I actually quit my job. I was like, I'm over this. I'm done. I want to go back home. I've had enough. And I want to start trading. This is what I want to do. I want to start making some money trading. And I got a message from one of my friends back in East London, and they told me about the precursor program. And I said, oh, join this thing. So me being me, I was just like, yeah, sure, no problem, because I'm supporting a friend. And then obviously joined the program. And then I don't like to come second. So I fast-tracked myself on the next board up, and then fast-tracked again onto the next board up again. And I was actually kind of just doing it as a little bit of a joke. And then obviously came back, lost a bit of money on the trading story, made some silly mistakes, but it's all part of learning. And then came back to work and changed contracts, and now work in Iraq and clearing the IEDs and all that stuff left behind from the war. Don't want to talk too much about that, but yeah, we're doing a lot of work out here. And when Gift of Legacy decided to, when you guys were talking about this new program and we started attending the Zoom calls, it started changing me a little bit as a person. I never really used to care who I give money to and who gives me. I mean, I didn't really care about people's lives in the Western world, if I can put it, if that makes sense. And yeah, so I ended up taking part in the Zooms, met Angela, we became friends. I mean, I talk to Angela at least twice a week, just make little jokes and things like that. And I decided, there's a lot of people that actually suffer and need money, whether it's $100 or $5,000. I mean, everybody needs something. You never know the person's actual circumstances. And started talking to it about it to my guys. And I don't want to say their salaries, but I mean, the $100 board, I mean, that's a monthly salary for them. And so I started talking to them, and they actually have these kind of communities here already, and decided to get them to, and then like kind of arrange like a little pocket of people and say, okay, you take these two and you're going to put two underneath you and then two underneath you. And that was my kind of strategy to building. And then we joined some groups, and personally, it just changed me as a person. And one thing that I've noticed, that when you receive a message, it's a little bit of morale for that day. You receive a message saying, hi, I've just landed on your board. I'm so-and-so from some wherever that person is from. How would you like to receive your gifts, and little emojis and stuff? And it actually makes you feel like quite good. So it makes me then, when I send a message to my legend, you put a little bit more effort into it. And that little bit of effort ends up going a long way. And yeah, it's just amazing. So I've got groups of people from South Africa, and then I've got my family over in the UK that are also on now. My two invitees are now legends. I'm on my Perpetual now for the second time, and I'm on the silver board. So yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. And you can see how it actually changes people's lives. And was actually yesterday, my one invitee from here, because every morning I'll say to him, I'll say, how's your board going? He said, no, he received his first gift. One hurdle for the guys out here, it's a little bit backwards, all the war and all that stuff. They don't really have things that we take for granted back home, internet banking, and you can just stick your bank card into a machine and put in your PIN number and draw out money. These guys don't have that kind of thing. So yeah, we get in there, we're finding solutions, but it's absolutely brilliant journey so far. Made a lot of friends, and it kind of has changed me as a person.
Beautiful. And you've invited your mom on, and I believe that she is going to be, is that your mom down there, Chantal?
Yeah,
Chantal's waving at you. And I believe that you are like dynamo. I think we all just need to, you know, I don't know what it is with you and your family. Like, this is definitely your thing. Chantal, welcome. And I'm so excited to see your journey ahead. But guys, really, thank you. Adrian, that's, you know, if you are sitting in Iraq, busy removing devices from war zone areas, and you're able to grow a community and, you know, still find the time and the space to do that and give back. And I love how you say that's changed you. Then for those who are in the city with everything at our disposal, our mobile, you know, everything we need, everything we've got, we really don't have an excuse to not be able to share this with one or two people whose lives can also be changed. So thank you for sharing your story with us.
Oh, Adrian, I gotta say, I take my hats off to you. I know what you're going through there, and I know it's not easy when you get to share this. And the way you're doing it, that just shows me what a big heart you have. You know, I have an idea of what your day is like, and for you to still share this with people in Iraq, I take my hat off to you. You got a big heart. So yeah, thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much for sharing that amazing story.
Amazing.
So, Ange, how was those testimonials?
Amazing. And guys, again, if you want to hear more of these testimonials, join the Good News channel, you know, our testimonial channel. Adrian posted on there. I mean, many of you have already started posting on there and commenting, but that's the place to get inspiration, because, you know, every day in this community feels different. One day you'll be like, oh, and I mean, we shouldn't be hearing this 3 weeks in, but some people will be like, my boards are stuck, which they're not, but my boards are stuck. And then the next day, you're suddenly like, oh my gosh, I've got 8 gifters. This journey takes you on a roller coaster of note.
That's for sure.
It is incredible. And you learn about how you feel about money. You learn about, you know, for me, it was, I felt like I had to work really hard for money. You know, other people question whether they deserve money. Everyone is deserving of a good life. And if you want to join our community, we are here to help you in every way that we possibly can. And
for sure. Yeah. You know, and you know, maybe you're on a board. Maybe you're on a board and you feel that that board is not moving. I want to tell you something, that you'll never be rewarded for the work you did not do. Okay, so if you just put a little bit of effort, you know, gear up with someone on your board and say, listen, let's get this done. And I can guarantee you, if you put in a bit of effort, things will start to work. You've heard many people say that the harder I work, the luckier I get. And it's not that. It's just when you put a little bit of effort. I love this word. It's called pronoia. You can have a look at it. And this word means that the universe or God is conspiring in your favor, right? Now, you know, I love the word faith. Just have a little bit of faith, okay? Put a little bit of effort, and I guarantee you things are going to work for you. Maybe it won't move as fast as you want it, but soon it's going to start to move. Momentum will pick up. So have a look at your journey. It's not the same as my journey. It's not the same as Dr. Luajo's journey, but I can tell you with a little bit of effort, just a little bit of effort, you're going to reach the top. How do I know? Because I speak to people every single day that was on a board that was slow. And guess what happened? They just put a little bit of effort. They had a little bit of belief, a little bit of faith, and things started to move. So that's my bit of motivation for tonight. As we said, we love you all. We appreciate you. Thank you for spending this time with us. Have a blessed evening further, and we'll see you on the call tomorrow.
Yes, be blessed so that you can be a blessing. We are so excited to have you here. All righty, I'm going to the sound vibe so we can hear these sheep every single night.
I love you guys. You are amazing. My heart is
love you, my
absolutely
sister.
exploding. This is incredible. I love this community. Adrian, Louis, what an
I see you.
inspiration. What an
Love you, my cans.
Yes, brother.
Good night, family.
Bye.
Hi, Shireen. How are you doing, Shireen?
Hi, Roy. Hey, you're in Durban.
Hi, Shireen.
Bye.
best family in the world.
Hey.